Welcome back, everyone! I am the MoeChicken, and we are back with more Radical Dreamers. And today, we will get what I believe is the last of the bonus endings for Radical Dreamers. So, that should be exciting. This one, I believe, is pretty simple to set up, but I don't remember how long it actually is. But I know the first thing I'm supposed to do is go to sleep, so fall asleep. Zonk. Fall asleep. Fall asleep. And then we go inside the manor. And we do not pay attention to the scary blue light because it leads to deadly zombies and such. Don't look at the scary blue light. There's a ghost there. Ghost. Yeah, I gotta say, I mentioned in a previous episode that, like, I'm really impressed with how extensive these bonus endings are. I mean, you almost don't even want to call them endings. They're more like branching storylines than endings. Because a lot of them are pretty extensive. Wiping the chilly sweat. Yeah. Faint light. You know, it's like, again, this is only my second time ever going through all of them. But I really did not remember a lot of these being as long as they are, so it's been enjoyable for me, and I hope it's been enjoyable for you. The first step, we got to go to the study again. We go to the study, and then we talk to Maggle about a book. Turn down the right path. Bloop. How many of y'all have the layout of this mansion memorized? I feel like I do. I've done this so many times. Guess this is the study. Alright. Row to row bookshelves. Yep. Gotta look at the books. Walk over to the bookshelves. I walk over to one of the bookshelves and start looking through the rows of books. Most of them are written in languages I've never seen before. I pull one of the books off a shelf. It's so heavy I have to support it with both my hands. Clumsily turn up a random page. This book contains page after page of strange scribbled symbols. They twist and dance, almost as though they're alive. Wait, what? I blink my eyes, bringing my face closer to the book. It had to have been my imagination. They're not actually moving. Wait, are they? I turn up another page. It features the same kind of strange contorted symbols. It's making my head hurt just by looking at them. What could this be? Oh, says Kid, coming to my side. Oh, it's a magically coded book. You can't read it. Besides, all these magical books are probably cursed. It wouldn't do you any good to read them, even if you could. Watch yourselves around these books, mate. There might be something in one of them. What are you talking about? And then, just as I turn my head to ask Kid about it, the book starts to moan in a dreadful way. I immediately slam it shut, dramming it back on the bookshelf. Maggle, who had been watching us the whole time, approaches the shelf and reaches out for a time-worn, leather-bound book. "Do you know about this stuff?" Kid asks, looking up at Maggle like a duck in a thunderstorm. What? Some. Stop looking at me like a duck. This is an ancient tome from a faraway land. It was once known as the Book of the Dead. I never expected to find it here, in Lord Lynx's possession. Maggle gazes at the time-worn, leather-bound book. Yeah, open it. Do it. Do it. Open the cursed book. Prompted by curiosity, I ask Maggle to open the book. He hesitates for a moment, but then nods silently and opens the thick leather cover. The large book opens with a long creak. It has hinges, apparently. Suddenly, a strange sort of breeze seems to leap out from it, howling all around us. Curtains, papers, and even the chandeliers sway as this odd, directionless gust of wind scurries around. After a few moments, it whisks out the door. I fearfully turn to Maggle, wondering what we've done now. Hey, there's nothing written in it, Kid says. What gives? Shifting his attention back to the book, Maggle turns up another page. Turns up a page? I've never heard turns a page. Like, I would just say turns to another page, or turns a page. I've never heard of turning up a page. Seems odd to me. They're all blank. Sheesh, what a waste. Let's write something in it, Kid says, already scribbling something down. Dear Lord Lynx, go buy some real books while you're out. Jeez. And by the way, the jerk store called and they're all out of you. Sick burn, Kid. Suddenly, we start to hear footsteps coming this way. But they aren't that loud. They boom like thunder in the night. Kid and I jump up. Maggle swiftly conceals himself in the nearby shadows. Under the desk. Under the desk. Scoochie, scoochie. We've done this before, so I think I just gotta wait for this event to be over with. Our next journey will be towards the ballroom, which I think is a ballroom this time. I believe it's a ballroom this time. So full and pink and glossy. Oh, your beautiful lips. Mm-hmm. She smells so good, I just want to sniff you all night, kid. Oh, she pushes my jaw upwards. That's different. Normally she blows in my ear. Huh. I wonder if that's because she doesn't like me or something. Maybe. A piece of rock. Well, it did power the mecha links in the last episode. We've seen it do a lot of things, frankly. Nope. No, we will go towards the ballroom. Into the right passageway. How about that left passageway? Mm-hmm. There it is. Enter. Great. Nothing here, kid size, as we enter the spacious hall. It's red, though. Something feels different. The countless number of candles spectacularly illuminate this huge ballroom. An unsettling mood hangs in the air as we walk through it, however. We're greeted with dozens of high-class portraits, hung high on both sides of the hall. A huge blood-red rose has been left on the floor before us. I wonder who left this here. Uh-oh! Behind us, the door suddenly slams shut. As we turn around, I suddenly notice dozens of translucent figures materializing out of thin air right before our eyes. Oblivious to us, the couples waltz around the hall in their decaying tuxedos and tattered dresses. What kind of trick is this? Kid flares up enraged. Michael touches the kid's shoulder. They're ghosts, he whispers. Ghosts? Hearing this, they suddenly turn towards us, staring at us with their pale, faint eyes. Ah! Ah! Ghosts! No! They shriek. Ghastly, tortured screams resound throughout the hall as the dozens of ghosts fly up into the air, vanishing through the ceiling. They were really upset about the idea of them being ghosts. Then, after a few moments, a voice laughs out from high above. How are you enjoying the dance so far? Enjoyable, I hope. Looking up, we see a lady sitting on the huge chandelier dressed differently than the other ghosts. I get the feeling she's not one of them at all. She swoops down, coming within mere inches of my face. Oh, it's Riddell. Hello. Robos, just who do you think you are? I am the goddess of death, a servant of the shadow realm. She answers, My name is Lilith, although in my current state I realize looks can be deceiving. Having been summoned here, I took on the form of this young lady, Riddell, for my latest hunt. Hunt? Yes, and I thank you for it. I had so yearned for the practice. I had not hunted in so long. Me? Kid asks, astonished. You are the one who signed the name Lynx in the soul contract, are you not? Lynx? You killed Lynx? Lilith simply stares at Kid. She's referring to the Book of the Dead. When you signed Lynx's name in it back in the study, Maggle whispers to Kid, she's a shadow huntress. So, he's dead, Kid says once again, almost in shock. I wouldn't necessarily call him dead. Well-preserved is a better term, Lilith explains as she takes a shimmering scarlet jewel out of her pocket. It's the frozen flame again, and I guess that's her hand. Look at her weird hand. The frozen flame. Ah, so you do know something after all, she says. Ironic that a soul like his, filled with such malice and contempt, could ever solidify into a stone of such beauty. Lilith's eyes narrow. A dark haze begins to form in her right hand. The haze slowly takes on an elongated shape. After a few moments, it solidifies into a crescent moon-shaped scythe. The scythe flashes downward with a streak of darkness. With that, the frozen flame shatters into 1,000 pieces. And with this, I solidify my transition to your world, extinguishing both the vermin Lynx as well as that disgusting puppet, Riddell. Treading over the broken shards, Lilith puts out her other hand. The dark haze accumulates into a large rectangular shape. The Book of the Dead! Lilith hands the book to Kid. Time to sign a new name. I will effectively hunt and take any soul you desire. This is known as DeathNote. Have you seen the anime DeathNote? This is what that is. This is a terrible. Hunting Lynx was one thing, but this is entirely another. I have to do something. Steal it. Thinking of the conquest of death before us, I take matters into my own hands, snatching the book out from Lilith's hands. With all of my might, I run as fast as I can towards the doors. But they're locked. Sedge, what are you doing? Kid asks. I turn around and everyone's staring at me. Well, I walk back, ashamed. Sorry, I thought that would be cool. It wasn't. Suddenly, Lilith's scythe swings down mere inches from me. What the? I can't have any outside affairs meddling with business, young lad, Lilith casually explains as she floats weightlessly in midair. Hunting souls is my duty, my sole reason for existence. So you see, Kid will write a new name in the contract. I wish we'd never gotten involved with this thing. What do you think, Maggle? I turn to ask Maggle for help, but he's nowhere to be found. He ditched us, bro. I can't believe this is happening. I have to do something. Suddenly, Lilith gasps. Something is wrestling with her from behind. From out of the shadows, Maggle has seized her. Lady Lilith, I hereby order you to cease this reckless behavior and return to the Shadow Realm. Maggle, having leapt out from behind her, seems to have changed from his normal appearance. You, a shadow hunter? Lilith shrieks, looking down at him. You shall come with me, Maggle growls, wrestling with the lightning-quick huntress. I see you are adept in the ways of the Jade Mirage, Lilith says, but I do not think I will be heeding your wishes today, hunter. It's been several hundred years since you've come here, terrorizing this world. Your powers surely have weakened since then, Maggle echoes throughout the hall. You think so? Lilith taunts, swinging her scythe downward with lightning-fast speed. Also, we're here, unrelated. Once again, it's another ending about Maggle, I guess. The scythe cleaves through the air. Kid tumbles backward, dazed. She looks at her arm and wipes the blood away from the small cut Lilith made. Suddenly, she falls to her knees. Going into convulsions, a pale light begins to radiate from her chest. What's the matter, little girl? Lilith laughed, smiling cruelly. You see, Hunter, my power here is everlasting, thanks to the essence of these puny beings. She helped you, and now you're doing this to her? I shout. Circumstances have changed, dear boy. I take Kid into my arms as Maggle and Lilith continue to battle with each other. Maggle starts a deadly Maggle starts to volley deadly balls of fire which arc through the delicately crafted ballroom towards the huntress. As she nimbly dodges them, the blazing magic inadvertently flies over in our direction. What? Watch it, Maggle! I yell, dragging Kid out of the way at the last second. What a glorious day this will be! 4 souls for the price of 1! Damn it. Come on, Maggle. Get her! The aura above Kid's chest is getting stronger and stronger. The light is starting to grow more dense, coalescing into a solid ball of light. Despite her delirious circumstances, Kid opens her eyes just enough to recognize me and smile. Sedge, thank you. Protect me. We're not giving up yet, Kid. It's the least I can do to comfort her. I don't know what else to do. I look up, narrowly avoiding another stray bolt of magic. The two fight mere feet in front of me with blinding speed. Scythe and flame violently collide as the fight rages on, a frenzy of scattered sparks and violent crashes. Not pictured here. I huddle over Kid, protecting her from the blazing fight. Kid, stay awake, please, talk to me. But then, the shimmering light finally coagulates into a radiant gem solidifying just above her heart. The glimmering scarlet gem drops onto her chest as her aura ceases to glow. Before my eyes, I start to realize her dismal fate as I hug her tightly. From behind me, I hear Maggle and Lilith, deep in the throes of death. You shall return to the Shadow Realm, now! With an expertly timed leap, Maggle slips into shadow form and crowds around Lilith, surrounding her on all sides. He then ignites a blaze spell, turning the entire area around the both of them into an incinerating, chaotic mess. Ah! Ah! Yes! Yes! I was able to bring... Oh, I can't remember her name anymore. Mackenzie and Chloe and Scream Girl. What's her name? Oh, it's the girl from... Oh, what's her name? Orange hair. I cannot remember. Ed, what's her name? That's her name. I forgot. But she's here again. Moments later, a dark body leaps out from the fire. It's gonna drive me crazy that I can't remember her name. She was like my favorite character in that game. Maggle rematerializes, staring back at the fire, now a putrid, stinky mess on the ground. He walks over after a... Okay, I read that as Maggle is the putrid, stinky mess on the ground. He walks over after a minute or two and stamps it out. But then, suddenly, Lilith leaps out from behind a column. Maggle, no! I shout, but she's already got him. He's at the end of his rope. Vile witch, I order you back to the Shadow Realm with me. With him? What? Amidst the entanglement, I start to hear Maggle's strained voice. Surge, only you can thaw, kid. With your feelings, you must. Smoochy, smoochy. Adieu, His Majesty is looking forward to your return. And with that, the two phase out of sight in the blink of an eye. Okay, well, I got this. Silent and alone, I wrap Kid's body up in my arms once again, hugging her body tightly to me. Staring into those delicate, soft eyes of hers, I can't help but think of all we've been through. Tears roll down my cheeks as I continue to hug her limp body. I look at the shiny gem. Is it all worth it? All of this trouble, all of this death. I continue to sob, tears falling onto the flame. But then, suddenly, the flame starts to become hotter and hotter. I let go of it, but instead of falling to the ground, it hangs there, suspended in midair. It travels over to Kid's chest, where it begins to thaw back into an aura of light. The blaze glows like an ember, containing an aurora of 7 prismatic colors before being absorbed back into her heart. Not pictured here. That's like the running gag of this series. Not pictured here. Amazing things are happening off-screen. Don't worry about it. I'll just tell you about it. It's okay. After a moment, she takes a breath. Kid! Ecstatic, I hug her again and again. I hug her, then stop hugging her, then hug her again, then stop hugging her multiple times. She's kind of weirded out by it, with tears of joy flowing from my eyes. Hey, what are you doing, you grub? You were brought back to life, kid. I thought I'd lost you. Let me hug you again. Do you always have to be so clingy? And let's just hug for a little bit, and then stop, and then hug again. Oh, she's back, just like always. Every time she dies, she turns into a rock, and then she ceases to turn into a rock. It's awesome. On her way out of the mansion, I explained to her all about Maggle, the flame, and everything else. She didn't seem to remember any of what happened after Lilith had struck her. And so, I bid farewell to Maggle. I hope he's okay wherever he is. Lilith, on the other hand, I'm sure she got what she deserved. As for Kid, well, I'm glad we've learned to grow and live together. Having started out as a nomadic musician at like 8, I look back at myself and realize I've come so far since then. We've come all this way, with everything leading up to this moment. The years go by, and I find myself growing older bit by bit. One day, long after all these incidents have come to pass, I take a good look at myself and wonder if I've got any of that adventurous spirit still left within me. I sit and look at my trusty knife collecting dust on the mantel above my fireplace and think to myself my days of traveling can't be over just yet. That old, familiar feeling of wonderment ensnares me as I vow to pack my bags tomorrow and set out for some new, exotic land, letting fate once again guide me wherever it wishes. However, this time I know I'll have someone waiting for me when I get back. Kid's not here, though. She didn't want to come with me. Maggle's also not here, so there's that. That was the last one. That's the last of the endings. Oh, well, sort of. It's mostly the last of the endings. There's one more thing I'm going to show you guys. We're going to have to cut away to do it, but there's one more bonus thing that you can do in this game that I want to show off. I actually don't know if this last bonus thing was in the original game or if it was added specifically by, like, for this translation, but we will cut away and I will show you that. So, yeah. Cutting now. I'm good at this. Don't worry. I'm good at this. Okay, welcome back, everybody. We are back in the throes of Gilbert's confession of love, meaning we're going to the sound test. To get this last ending, which I think is probably just added by the translators. Apparently you're supposed to do this song, then do that, then do this song, then do that, and eventually something else happens. Eventually something else happens. Don't prove me wrong, game. Come on. I am doing this right? They just said keep doing it and eventually it will change. I don't know how long it actually takes. Alright, let me make sure. It says, let's see, extra secret bonus. Select song 6 under Moonlight. Next ring hit down twice and the cursor will disappear into another hidden option. Press A again, you'll be returned to the track listing. Select Moonlight and select the hidden option again. Keep doing that. After a short while, the secret bonus will be activated. Alright, we're going to keep doing it. Go. Come on, secret bonus. I've seen it before, so I do know it can happen, but I don't remember how many times you have to do this. Oh, there we go. That's different. In AD 2101, war was beginning. Captain, what happened? Mechanic, someone set up us the bomb. We get signal. What? Main screen, turn on. You guys know zeroing? It's you! How are you, gentlemen? All your base are belong to us. You are on the way to destruction. What you say? You have no chance to survive. Make your time. Ha ha ha. Captain! Take off every zig! Move zig for great justice. And that's it. That was the bonus content. I guess that's all for this series. It's I hope that people out there who have never seen this game and watched this have enjoyed it, because this game, as I mentioned it before, it meant a lot to me the first time I played it. I had heard about it, and I had experienced Chrono Cross, and I had frustrations about Chrono Cross, and I played this, and it gave me a new perspective, and I'm really eager to find out what the what the re-release that they're coming out with soon is going to be like. And how it will differ from this, what it will be like, I don't know. But that's going to be it for Radical Dreamers. We have seen the regular game, I got killed, we saw the good ending, and then we saw all the other endings. And hopefully, Ed, if you would, just get rid of this and put up the ending where it shows all the endings filled out. And yeah, that's going to be it. As always, I hope y'all enjoyed it. I am the MoeChicken. This has been Radical Dreamers, and I'm signing off. Thanks for stopping by.